We are looking at the third submodule, working with mutually and non-mutually exclusive events. So first of all, I have to define what these are. And so mutually exclusive events occur that can occur at the same time. Whereas non-mutually exclusive events, these can happen at the same time. So an example of mutually exclusive events might be making a right or a left-hand turn, an even or an odd number, whereas non-mutually would be something like walking and talking at the same time. You can do both at the same time. Both can happen for non-mutually exclusive events. The way I remember it is exclusive, that means it must be very by itself, right? So exclusive, that means it has to be happening on its own. So you have the games fair reflection, a couple TED Talks, the Venn diagram. I am going to include a YouTube video that explains very well how to find this middle of the intersection of sets. So you have set A, set B, and how do you find this middle number for this flu question? Because down here for the Venn diagram, it does say, okay, there's 50 patients, 30 have a headache, so you'd enter 30 here, you'd put 24 for a cold, and then 12 have neither, and the total number of patients is 50 right here. And let's do an example. That's our name of our. So you click here and you say create Venn diagram, and then all of a sudden it has this random 16 in here. So how did we get this 16? So the YouTube video I'm going to include, if you're not sure how to get this number, it explains it very well. When you create your Venn diagram for the Dropbox, I hope you have a title. I hope you have your two circles that are very nicely drawn. You have a nice numbers here. You have others outside, and you have 50. And some teachers also would like to have a square or a rectangle on the outside to kind of enclose it all in. I'm kind of indifferent, but I want to have all these labels here. Um, uh, and just to clarify, these notations here, so it does explain it up here, but this notation right here, this includes and. Just think of this as and this would be as or. And there's the principle of inclusion and exclusion. You can take a look at this video to see how it's done. Down here we have our joiner discussion, and when you do your mutually exclusive and non-mutually exclusive questions down here, in the discussion points, some of you were talking about making a left-hand turn on a red light, which obviously you can't do, but that technically could be non-mutually exclusive according to whoever's driving. I do like that example in regards to, yes, either one happens or the other happens. You can't have them occur at the same time. So take a look at the discussion points, and when you go down to the application and thinking portion, it says draw a Venn diagram and solve for the probability where A and B are mutually exclusive. So referring back to making a left-hand turn on a red light, that would be kind of difficult to make a Venn diagram. So you might have to think of another scenario when you create your Venn diagram. So having a dice example up here, it's nice because we know the total number of outcomes. So that might help you create a Venn diagram for the mutually exclusive. Similarly, you can create a Venn diagram for the non-mutually exclusive. When you're creating this one, the mutually exclusive one, you're going to have a circle off to the left and you're going to have a circle off to the right. There should be no intersection points because one happens or the other happens. There is nothing in the middle. Whereas this one, you are going to have intersection points. So if you're having difficulty trying to make up your own unique example, I'd refer back to this one at the very top where you're looking at 64 students are taking math, 56 students are taking English, and you can kind of do the same kind of idea here, but maybe do skiing versus snowboarding versus playing basketball, and that might be able to help you create the Venn diagram. Again, send me an email if you're having any difficulties, and this is due Friday. Oh, and the final point is you need to take a screenshot of your self-assessment here and submit it into the Dropbox, and I'll show you. And the Dropbox is right here. So you need to submit your self-assessment right here just to show that you are reflecting back at the end of the unit. Thank you.